Hello, 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 and good morning. Good morning to one and all. I hope you're having a great start to your day thus far. Where I'm at, it is, what is it? It's Thursday. This week has gone by so slow. It's been a good thing and a bad thing, but it's going by very slowly for me. Hope your week is going great. Spooky is today's Alacritus adventure, so let me congratulate you, the spookiest of deers, on your fifth time being the Alacritus adventure. Congratulations. Coleman, hello and good morning. Jezriah, hi and bye. Hope you have a good day at work. Lady Iron, hello and good morning to you. Hello, my glory hole loving guild. Is that what we are? I mean, I guess. I didn't feel like I shared any opinions on it, but that's my boy. Neat hoodie. Where'd you get it? Oh, I found this. It was at the Cool People clothes store. Is that is that what we had talked about? How is everybody doing today? Hope you're having a good one thus far. We had a little bit of a cleanup situation this morning, but we are done with it, so that's good. It's good. It'll be fine. So tired, big dog. I feel you on that. I feel you. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, we even went to bed early last night. I did fall asleep on the couch, and so that kind of led us to go to bed early. But then when I got into bed, I didn't feel nearly as tired anymore. So it did take me a little longer than usual to fall asleep, but I did fall asleep. But then after that, it was just, I don't know, I just didn't feel like I slept very soundly. So went to a concert last night. I'm too old for that in the middle of the week. What concert was it? And yeah, you are too old for that. So, I mean, so am I. Like, we're all too old for that anymore. That's got to be, you got to have 2 days afterwards to recover, you know? But, yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, I truly don't know. I felt like I just didn't sleep very soundly. And so then when I woke up, I was like, oh man, it both felt like I was in bed for a long time, but like, it felt like I was in bed for a long time, but it didn't feel like I got very much rest, if that makes sense. Petey found him from doing skits on TikTok, and his band rules. Huh. I don't know Petey. I don't know what Petey. What kind of music is it? I think we're trying something a little different this morning. I don't typically drink electrolytes first thing in the morning, but I feel like I need some hydration. I feel like I've not been drinking enough water. So we're going to start things off with a little hydration kick here, as my coffee cools down a little bit. It's too hot to drink anyway. So I'll throw something in as seen on stream. Okay. Sounds good. Music is like sad boy emo adjacent rock. Okay, that sounds interesting to me. That sounds really interesting to me. These are definitely some of the best electrolytes I've had. Blue raspberry here. I also have a lemonade one too, and those are pretty solid as well. The had high hopes for grape, and it was pretty meh. And then I had, what was the other flavor I got? I just straight up threw the other flavor out. I don't even remember. Raspberry? Or no, it was cherry pomegranate. Oh, man. I am not one to buy supplements and just throw them out because, they're expensive. But those, I just threw them out. I could not, like, I don't know how many different times I tried them, and I tried them just like on their own. I tried different methods, and I just could not stomach them. It was rough. But anyway, Today is Doki Doki Literature Club. And I hope I'm ready for this game. Admittedly, I don't know what I'm getting myself into because I've not had anything spoiled for me. All I know is that this game is a is cutesy, on the surface, but it is a psychological horror game. That's all I know about it. And I've even read some reviews from the Steam page, which basically were people were saying that, like, yeah, I knew that this was a psychological type game, but I wasn't prepared for exactly what. And so that was kind of interesting because that's kind of how I feel right now. I'm like, well, I know it's a psychological horror game, but I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting here. So I was going to tell you a Casey Anthony joke, but my mom would kill me. Ghost? Is Ghost okay? Should we send somebody to check on Ghost? Well, other than that, Ghost, good morning. How are you? How are you? Did you actually miss a day recently on the quest log? I feel like you've typically signed it every day. Let me know if that got messed up when Loot Spot got messed up last week. I can fix that. But I do. Looks like it did. Wait, you didn't miss a quest log, right? I wonder which one. Can you fix my streak? I didn't yet. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Quick detective work to find out when it was. So if it was 2, you're on a streak of 2. That means it would have been Tuesday. So log 20, 25, 21. 1021. Yeah. Okay. So for some reason it didn't get yours from 1021. I wonder why that is. Yesterday's was stress fractured 3 bones in my feet, AMA. That was yesterday you said that? And what did we get on the 20th? Also, how are you feeling? Are you feeling any better? It's a subiversary. Are you feeling any better, Ghost? Hopefully you are. I know it's only been a day, but you said you're in a boot. And boots are not that is my one thing about stress fractures. Or like just boots in general. I will say as a track coach, a lot of my athletes get put in boots just for everything. Everything. Stress fracture on the feet, especially like the top of the feet. That to me is like a legitimate use of a boot because you do need to keep that immobilized. But a kid sprains their ankle. Why are we putting him in a boot? Why? Why do we do this? It's an epidemic. In the boot, yes, but out, no. Just post one of my favorite PD skits. I think you'll get a kick out of it as a fan of cigarettes. A fan of cigarettes. It's so funny. I'm definitely not a fan of cigarettes, but if I can smoke in a game for some reason, I'm going to do it. I don't know why that is. I guess just one of those things where, you can live a different life in a video game. So I don't know what it is, but yeah, if they're smoking in a game, I'm going to do it. But yeah, I don't know what would have happened there, Ghost. I'm curious if that would have been like later on in stream or if we missed a bunch of other people. Hopefully not. I'll try to keep an eye on quest logs when they come in. But all right. Well, shoot. 2 minutes to Doki. I assume I'm going to want headphones for this. That's kind of how I had planned things. So we'll do that. Get the headphones out and ready. And let's go ahead and lower the desk too. Usually I have to keep a hand back. The fallopian fellers need me. You're good. You're good. Usually I have to keep a hand back on the corner of my desk because there's a cord there that has to fit like perfectly between the desk and, you know, the little like drawer over there. But I'd wondered, I'm like, every time I'd put my hand back there to make sure it doesn't move and get like pinched as the desk is going down, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm doing anything anymore. I think maybe I've trained it. Maybe I've trained the cord to do what it's supposed to. I don't know. Stress fracture is on the top, middle 3 toes. Yeah. See, that to me is a good use of a boot because you have to put pressure on that if you move. You know what I mean? Like you have to. So the boot protects it then. But for a sprained ankle, why are we immobilizing sprained ankles? I don't understand that one bit. Good morning, Sassy. Yeah, pretty much anytime one of my kids, if they sprain their ankles and they get put in a boot, I'm just like, well, hopefully we'll see you this year because it just like, it doesn't heal. It doesn't heal. Because as soon as they go to do something, like, it'll start feeling better, but then as soon as they go to do something that's actually like explosive, it hurts again. Because they haven't had any movement in it in forever. So, what do you do for a sprained ankle that is good for it? You got to keep moving. It seems counterintuitive, but you got to keep moving. It's a progression. You don't want to just keep doing like, you know, pretending like nothing happened. You don't do that. You definitely need to reduce your you know, whatever you did to cause it. You know, take it very easy, right? For at least probably the first couple days, you're not going to do too much. But then it's time to start getting moving. Walking, jogging if it'll take it, but you got to try to work back up your range of motion. The sooner you do that, the earlier in the process you're able to do that, the quicker you're going to recover. Like, yeah. Tap dancing. You could tap dance. Yeah. All right, let me launch Doki here. Let me go ahead and swap over to... let me swap over to headphones first. Hopefully this will work today. I guess it would help if I actually turn on the headphones too, though. Have you had a sprained ankle recently, Iron? I'm trying to remember if we had talked about that. I know I've talked about it with Koro, and I feel like I talked about it with Octi as well, but... yeah, just give it a little extra support and then try to keep it moving. Where did Doki go? I rearranged my desktop icons again because I had some... There it is. I had some, I cleaned some things up, so I had some empty spaces on my, my desktop. Hemig's the one with bad ankles. Gotcha. Yeah. All characters in this game are over the age of 18. Okay, seems like I need to bring you guys in ASAP. That is good to know. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Yeah. How many of you have played this game before? Rip Temig's ankles for real. Rip Temig's ankles. Koro, how you doing? How are you? It's an in-orifice day, I heard. Entering Lutz's anime dating sim era. You know what's funny? I played a dating sim before most of you were here. I don't remember if Coleman was here. Coleman might have been here at that point. But I played a dating sim around Christmas time of 2020. I played the KFC dating sim on stream. There's actually a video of it too. I made a video. It might be private now because when I got that copyright strike on my channel, I hid a lot of videos that I felt like weren't really for what I was going for anymore. But okay, hopefully we have audio now. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. So far, I don't have any audio either, so I think this game is silent right now. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. I do not want to. Okay, you guys can hear that. Yeah, I can hear the bing. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. This is... Okay, how? Peachy, hello. What are we getting ourselves into? I've never had a game give me this many disclaimers before even getting to the menu. I agree. Okay, and remember, all characters are over the age of 18. That was the very first thing it said. Just your standard trigger warnings. How you doing, comma? One sec, I'm gonna turn this. I got a light on behind me. I'm gonna turn it off. I had a little lantern going while I was while we were standing earlier. I don't know if anybody noticed it or not, but it's very cool looking. But it also is just running on batteries, so it'll die pretty quick. All right, this music is very loud. Let's turn it down just a little, huh? Now I can actually hear myself a bit. Okay, and maybe. Let's just leave it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay. Dialogue box size. Should I don't know what this... Huh. Okay. Literally want to tell you everything, but you cannot. So you have played this or seen it played, Peachy? Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave everything else as is. All right. Please enter your name. Next easy question. Seen this full gameplay in Whew. Not knowing is part of the experience. Hey. Oh, I can click through these. Okay, good. I like that when I can take dialogue at my own speed in games like this. Animation's super cute, though. Literally everything I've wanted to say I've erased for fear of being a semi-spoiler. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You're all... Spoilers, you're all cute. No, you, comma. No, you. No, you. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Is this her breathing heavy, I'm guessing? Perfect spoiler. I thought Kama said they're all cute, as in the girls in the game. Well, that too. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Oh, this is me. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Sayori, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Ooh, woo. Look at... Come on. That's mean, Spanky. Spanky, well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Sayori, fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. I've seen Game Grumps play this, and the guy's doing girl voice Ascended Above and Beyond. Peachy's saying your girl voice needs work. I mean, I could try. It's just... It's gonna get old fast, I think. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Nonder and Nonsters, welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? Who wants to be my lead mod because I'm taking bribes? Raid Wieners from Heaven. Wait, what? I feel like Am's missed the message. Is Am's on the way out? I would never say that directly to his face, but yes. Good morning, Nonder and Reaper and Ams and Ursa and Lars. Wow. I forgot it's Doki Day. It is Doki Day. She just wants wieners is all. I already lost. Yep. Well, Ams is out of the running. I might as well throw my hat in the running. Nonder, you need a new head mod? What's the guy got to do? By the way, Spanky, I should ask real quick, how many of you have played this game? Other than, I know Peachy said that she's seen full gameplay. Ursa was saying, did you say you've played this or you've seen it played? I knew you'd name your character Spanky. You did? Ask Ams about Wieners from Heaven. Ams, what about Wieners from Heaven? What should a man know about Wieners from Heaven? I've seen it played. As spooky, what? We were trying to figure out a good voice here for Sayori, but I feel like if I start making lady voices, it's gonna get old real quick. Who's spooky? Listen, I didn't start this. Please tell me Lutz is making different voices for the girls. I haven't. Wait, so Spooky, I have to ask Spooky about Wieners from Heaven, but I was told to ask Ams. I'm so confused. Should I just Google Wieners from Heaven? I mean, who do I turn to if my friends won't answer me? No, unsub. I'll post Wieners from Heaven and as seen too. Okay. Watch Game Grumps play this and their girl voices were top tier. Just say ooh occasionally, you'll be good. All right. Here's the thing. If I do girl voices, you all have to stay for the entire stream and you have to chat for the entire stream too. How's that? I'm not doing girl voices to an empty room. Wow. I'm just saying. I know how it goes. You guys are going to be like, oh, let's convince Lutz. And then, oh, see you, Lutz. Gotta go. The streamer I watched, she did different voices and accents. Was hilarious. Sounds like a fair trade, honestly. Yeah. Man makes a reasonable demand. Thank you, Nonder. Thank you. You have a meeting in 20 minutes. I'm just glad we're not having dinner. Monty Python girl vocals. Mersa, how are ya? I mean, I like to always do at least one breathy voice. Like, by the way, Spanky. Like, you just got to use a lot of air for all these. But, gosh dang. When it's time to have the heater on, it gets very warm in here very quick. Because this computer is a heater, and then I've got the vent over here. So, I have nightmares from yesterday's game, but I like death trips. You did? You were a fan? If every time it rains wieners from heaven. Doobie doobie. Gosh dang indeed. Death trips clip is so funny. Yeah, that was a good game. We gotta give Swordy props for convincing me on that, as well as Chant. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the On the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Did we check on Eli? I don't know if we did hear from Eli or not. That song Pennies from Heaven reminds me of Elf every time I hear it. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Ooh-woo. Since Lutz has his girl voice going, it's time to hit the dusty trail. Yeah. Yeah. A week of Winnie the Pooh. Week? A full week? Of Winnie the Poohing. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the frick is a NEET? Now I'm locked in. The frick is a NEET? I'm not up with the acronyms, I guess. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right, all right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Do I use like a Morgan Freeman narrator voice? Lutz's girl voice make me feel things? I'm wearing headphones so I can barely hear it. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Would that be my narrator voice? Lutz is going to get so used to talking girl voice, go talk to Mrs. Magoo. It's just going to come out. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Howdy doody. Or I'll mix them. What's for dinner tonight? Ooh. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. No more dinner. What's for what about dinner? Dear Diary, tonight Marissa asked me to put on a black hat, headphones, and a fake beard and talk in a fake girl voice. He cried out, "Oh, Lutz, should I be worried?" No, nothing to worry about. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. This music is still too loud. It is so loud. Is that okay? Is that all right if I turn that down? Hopefully that's okay, because it's just like blaring in my ears. Lutz goes deeper in pitch after reading Ursa's comment. Oh, hell yeah, the voice acting. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Hair twirl. Music distracts from the... Never mind. Wait, what? I guess the music's probably not too bad for you all because it should be ducking every time I talk, but for me... Let me turn down the sound volume too. These pings? Okay. That is wild. We're at like 5% here. You can't say? Okay, so should I... do you guys want more music? We'll turn them up a little bit. I'll be all right. It's fine. Starting to go Kids in the Hall now. Chicken Lady. Whatever's best for you. Okay. All right. Chicken Lady? No what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? Sorry. That was the worst yeah ever. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Is this a dirty game? That was so good. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Yeah. You guys, it's okay. So clip. There are ways to clip. Everybody can clip. You can just clip by exclamation clip or just doing the channel point redeem. I heard it again. Or Loots make it sound dirty. No, so this game has a bunch of content warnings. And yeah, heavy but good. And as always, hello, gorgeous. Hello, beautiful Kirk. I've heard that, yeah, this game is... There are a lot of trigger warnings before we ever start the game. So yeah. Rated M, exactly. Like Lake, you can clip and you can clip. Everyone can clip. Yeah, if you're ever wondering like, oh, is somebody going to clip that? Don't. Just clip it your damn self. All right? How's that sound? Somebody's got to clip it. You do it. Do it your damn self. All right? Because nobody's coming to clip anything unless you do it. All right? How's that sound? Good? What happened to family friendly? What's wrong with that? Oh, see, there you go. Iron's got it. Say it in your girl voice now. Oh, you think somebody's just going to come and clip everything on my channel? Oh, how stupid you are sometimes. Clip it your damn self. How's that? Any better? You're turning me on. Please stop. This is diabolical. What in the chalupa? What in the chalupas? Do we need it in the narrator voice now too? Everybody in chat thought that somebody was going to come and clip Lutz's content. Nobody came and clipped Lutz's content. I feel sufficiently shamed. Yes, it's working. Narrator voice is borderline spicy novel voice. I'm supposed to get ready for a meeting, but I cannot leave. I'm trying this method next. Narrator can say it because it's not Lutz. Lutz worked really hard on all of the clipping features, but nobody used them. War crimes with girl voice. I need to hear you do a girly voice. Me too. I need that as well. All right. Okay. All right. Back to the game. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I don't know how to do the laughs when they start with an E. Not the uwu fingers. We've gotten the uwu fingers a few times. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Sayori's infamous for the uwu fingers. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Okay, new member also has a bit of an interesting connotation too. Doki your own clip. That's a great title there. Only have 2 months left in my 20s, y'all. You do? Do it your own Doki self. Old, says Coleman. Yeah, I glance around the room. Okay, I only have one girl voice. How am I gonna do multiple? This is just girl 1. What do I do? I do 4 total. It's 4? 4? Okay, hang on. Girl 1 is a fan favorite. Practice or you don't improve. Or you don't improve. That's true. I was just thinking how much I need to improve my lady voice acting. That's true. One day I hope to be credited in a video game as a voice actor. So, and maybe the only role they have for me is Girl 1. So I should start working on it. That makes perfect sense. Think about it. I haven't. 4? Lake? Don't be sorry. Be better. Okay, 4. Gosh, I might also have to get... This hoodie is just warm today. I feel like I'm getting a hug from my good pal Spooky. Okay. So we've got Sayori's voice. Girl 1. Okay, judging by her look here. Don't be sorry. Be better. Ursacat / Megan. This is a weird day, is it? I don't know. Feels like a normal Thursday to me. Okay. Do we go even like lighter on the voice? Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Do you think that quiet voice is enough? Also, I don't know. Oh God, here we go. Girl 2. Get that same hug feeling for the low price of $32 dues plus tax and shipping only on spookydeer.com, a domain I have yet to buy. Girl 1, that's a differentiator. Okay, good enough. All right, girl 2. Seriously? You brought a boy? I can't do the annoying voices, can I? Seriously? That's perfect. I like her pink hair. Her pink hair is very nice. Do we like the beret, like the hourglass beret, like right in front? This is so good. Okay, if you guys say so. Jeez. You guys, I think, are encouraging me too much here. And I'm going to have to remember these voices, too. Do we get a little bit of a bassier Girl 3 voice? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, this one's happy to see me. Okay. Yeah, a beret right in the bangs. Okay, Girl 3. Every time Lutz drinks from his ghost mug, I hear glug, 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 glug. Did you call it a beret? What is it? Stop selling hugs. You mean this ghost mug right here, Peachy? I'm a terrible fit. You know what I mean. A beret, yeah. Whatever it is. There are tears running down my legs. I mean face. Girl 3 sultry since she's calling you Spanky, but that's my name. Sultry. Oh, Spanky. What a nice surprise. Is that all right? Is that sultry enough? Okay, I'm going to have to remember, how do I keep all these voices separate? That's great. Okay. Honestly, I feel like Girl 1 would be maybe more sultry, just the way they're standing here. I have to mute tab and go to my meeting. All right, Ams. Have fun at your boring meeting. We're going to be here having just ridiculous amounts of fun. This is amazing. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. But these girls are 18, okay? I was told that before the game even loaded. It popped up on my screen and said everybody is over the age of 18, okay? Just so we're getting that clear out. Toxic loots. Just rub it in, why don't you? Ams will wrap it up quickly and then she'll be back. It's fine. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. We play in KFM, marry the middle one. Spanky takes roids with that voice. More fun when the voices aren't good and Reaper's voice is too good. Well, I'm tall like 3. Descriptions would have helped with the voices earlier. Yeah, they would have, yeah. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Spanky. Oh! Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. You know what's funny? In the game, Grump's playthrough, they gave Monica a voice similar to Lutz's narrator voice. Really? So I naturally smile. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Spanky. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. That is the most annoying voice. Are you guys sure that you're going to be able to handle that? However long we play this? I always stick my tits in people's faces when meeting them. Huh? What? Pardon? Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay. Wait, yeah. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh. The sound effects. Why do they write sound effects in? Is this a horror game or close the blinds game? Yes. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Lady Iron displays her tits and Temig displays his thighs. It's quite the combo. I defer to Peachy, says Kama. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. Wait, Monica. Oh, I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the one first, then Monica. I follow. You could have said I was third in the train. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Bogan, how are you? Good morning. What the frick? You're playing this game? We are. Bogan, yeah, Bogan, did you Bogan, did you make this? Spooky somehow kisses both of them. He's talented that way. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. All right, all right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I hope you can hear that. I feel like my microphone will pick it up, but sometimes I don't know. Typical man, I'll ignore that hysterical woman. Kissing Spooky would be so wrong. I'll make out with Koro, though. Yep, I have a bit to say about this game. I've been having to delete a bunch of stuff for fear of spoiling something. That's the perfect voice for her, for Yuri. Doki Literature Club Day. Welcome in, Blondie. How are you? Coming through crystal clear. Oh, good. Oh, good. Wouldn't want you guys to miss these grade A voice acting voices. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Getting White Chicks vibes? Yeah, I feel like I'm channeling White Chicks right now. By the way, Lutz, is just one stream thing or over a few streams? And a bit of a tip, have your game files open. It's part of the game. Have my game files open? Check DMs on Discord, please, to Ursa. Okay, you talked me into it. What going on in this stream right now? Quinn, how you doing? Iron just says, wait, what? Why no? Monica, I'm surprised. Quinn, have you played this game before? Also, when you say game files, is this game gonna dox me? This game won't dox me, will it? You will need to do stuff in the files? Okay. It's not gonna dox me, right? Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Oh my, Monica. If it was a doxy thing, you wouldn't have so many people streaming this game. That's true, yeah. That's true. Good morning, just wanted to yell at Ghost. Oh my, Monica. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people. I don't like myself when I play this game. I don't like to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I like you. We all love you for playing this game. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about something silly like that. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. I'm so curious what Mrs. Magoots' experience with you streaming this right now. I'm sure she'll pop in here and scare me at just the right time. She's standing in the doorway just shaking her head. Imagine trying to play this game with dyslexia. Sure, she's laughing her head off at his squirming. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Spanky, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Shopping for beige jackets and blue skirts as we speak. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid that since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Too early in the morning for this nonsense? But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. That reminds me of the Without a Paddle line of like, you ever been a Girl Scout? No, but I ate a brownie once. Something of a horror book myself. Never too early. All this laughing is my morning ab workout. Love that movie. So dumb. So dumb. No, but I ate a brownie once. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. The real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Read a horror book once, Goosebumps number 14. I loved Goosebumps books. Read that once too, Itsy Bitsy Spider. Had a look, and there is no doxing if the user is streaming or recording. Okay, I figured so. Like Spooky said, if people stream this game a lot, it would not make sense for it to dox people. But that is kind of interesting. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. No, I mean, if you're not streaming or record, I believe it might, so need to be careful. I don't get it. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Explain, Bogan, it didn't do that in the stream I watched. Isn't that right, Spanky? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Out of meeting. Which one did Lutz get pregnant? Oh gosh, so many people stream this. Why are you trying to spook Lutz? I don't want to spoil the game. Ghost, that's why you ignored me yelling at you. Yeah, Ghost had a meeting. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Spanky... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. The game looks at your PC file, sees if you have OBS open, turns on a streamer mode. You'll be fine. All right. Roll credits. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Spanky, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Welcome to the club. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Spanky, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and, of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Hashtag Team Growers. All right. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. We did it. First day, literature club. Wait. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. What? Hashtag Team Growers. Poem. Okay. All right. One thing I'm not sure of here is this. Are they gonna like start creeping up the page? And wait a minute. We're missing somebody, aren't we? Aren't we missing Monica? Hashtag Team Growers and not hashtag Team Shower? Shower. That's so funny. Shower comes off, yeah. I'm like, I mean, listen, I do shower. I'm a fan of showering. All right. I think Nibbles, we got to start with Nibble. Yeah, I was going to say, every time we pick one word, we get a whole new set of words. Okay, so Nibble. Nibble electricity. I always wondered why Monica wasn't on the screen. Yeah, look at Mr. Hygiene over here. My bad, it's late. No, you're good. I mean, that's you put the right word in there. It's just that's the English language for you. Giggle, definitely giggle. Ooh. Milk truck just arrived. Milk. Let's see. Bunny. Passion. Ooh. Puppy. Lust. Unrestrained. Nonder. Milk, please. Unrestrained. Cheeks. Bouncy. Dazzle. Doki Doki. I don't know what Doki Doki means. Ooh, this one's tough. I'm going vivid. Marriage. Why am I don't know why I'm shouting these words. Kitty. I just get excited when I see a word that I like on the screen, you know. Desire. Clumsy. Clumsy artist. I don't know. Nick Cage? F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. Thing. Ooh, this one's darker. Pout. We did it. We did it. Kawaii means cute. Chat, you are all kawaii. No, you and you. I got that reference. It's like Mad Libs. Spanky has to choose cheeks, of course. Doki Doki means sound of a beating heart. Actually, Spooky tells me I'm baka. What does that mean, sexy? He does not say that. My gosh. I'm sure we're going to hear from him any second now. He does not. Hi again, Spanky. Glad to see you didn't. I feel like I'm kind of going from a, like, Gretchen Wiener's voice here with Monica. Gretchen Wiener's from heaven. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Spanky. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. They already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki. Natsuki said gold hoop earrings were her thing. Monica. Gretchen Wieners from heaven. Gretchen Wieners was my crush in the movie. So I would say she was heaven sent. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Spanky always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Spanky can become good friends too? Sayori. What does Wieners from Heaven smell like? Sayori's a total Karen, though. Do you want to go to Taco Bell? Ooh, woo. Sayori's a Karen? Wait, you mean Natsuki's a Karen, right? Heaven sent? Why would you ask that? I mean, you gotta wonder, right? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Yuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Boo-woo. I can't believe someone studied game dev just to make a game like this. Don't disparage this game. It's a great game. Wasn't that her name? The blonde who has ESPN? Oh, Karen. Yes. Yeah. Theory is slightly like Karen from Mean Girls. Gotcha. I thought you meant she is a Karen. Baka means fool, idiot, or stupid in Japanese. It can also mean smaller, little person in another language, but I can't remember off the top of my head which language. Kirk, just so we're clear, Koro is being a troll, and Spooky never called Koro Baka. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Ooh. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. I got to make the narrator voice more like Dragon Ball Z narrator, I think. That sounds like something Spooky would say to me. Stop. This art looks good, but the code is something else. Bogan, let us have this. Let us have this. Not everything has to be a super serious project. You know how many hours I spent making a fake news broadcast in Valheim? In the world of Valheim? You know how many hours that took me? Not everything has to be super serious, you know? Theory and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Not me trying to start Ish while simultaneously using damage control. Wait, how many hours? A lot of hours. A lot. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. We love you, Kirk. We do. You looking for something in here? Kirk, how's my Dragon Ball Z narrator voice? Is it all right? I just realized I have a large dog drool on my leg. That's great. Thanks a lot for that, Jenny. Next time on Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Trust me, I'll let you have this. It's like a troll game or a game a dev team would do when they are between projects. Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. It's 3 thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? That is such an aggressive narrator voice now, I see, but maybe it'll make sense later on. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. That was a different voice entirely. I'm not good at switching back and forth between these voices. That is tough. Seeing a box set with the one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my entire life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Spanky. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact... Natsuki pulls the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. What happened to your deep, sultry narrator? I think I might make that Spanky voice or something. I don't know. The narrator voice, I feel like it had to be Dragon Ball Z. I needed to change mid-script here. Maybe we could do Spanky voice as narrator, and then when I read chat, it's normal Lutz voice. I don't know. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hand. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly What does that mean? What does that mean? Next time on Doki Doki Club, Natsuki powers up for half an hour. Colorful attire like orange and blue? Mo? Is it Moy? Do you say that a different way? Sunday, 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 Monster Truck Rally. That's what this voice reminds me of. Would have given you a 4th thumb up, but it's currently wrapped around a fresh cup of coffee. No more comments? I feel it's getting close to spoiler zone. Okay. That's fair. Only 1 episode? It needs at least 3 episodes. Mileage on a used car doesn't matter. Is that right? I don't think total mileage on a used car matters too much. I look at annual mileage. If annual mileage is low. Number of miles, not mileage. Wait, what's... Oh, you mean like gas mileage. Yeah, I look at average annual mileage is what I look at. So a car that's a little bit older, if its annual mileage is low, that's typically a good sign. It means feelings of affection, adoration, devotion, excitement. Oh, okay. Not serenading all my customers this morning with Lutz because I will not stop listening to Lutz voice acting. She powers up for full episode, threatens to release the next, maybe releases the attack by the 3rd. Yeah, I love that. One of my favorite clips that I have, Mursa, is every time I hear it, I'm like, wow, that was one of the dumbest things, but it makes me giggle every time, is you said you were at work listening to me on full volume, and so I was like, oh, so the bugs can hear me, and I say, hello, citizens of Bugtown. And that is like one of the dumbest responses to what you said I think I've ever had. And every time I hear that clip, I'm like, wow, I am so dumb. But hopefully it makes everybody else smile too. So that's the whole point. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Why is it dumb? I thought it was hilarious and adorable. Imagine the roaches crawling out waving. All right, we'll try to start using my sultry narrator voice for Spanky now. That way you can differentiate when I'm reading chat and when I'm playing the game. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable, baby? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Yeah, why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together, like this. This game is great. You're great, Cap'n. That's what makes it the best, because it's an honest reaction. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can't say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished reading the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can't talk at the same time. so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters.
This voice is getting so difficult. The voice you're doing sounds like one of them old WWE ads. Gosh dang, Spanky, that voice. Captain, have you played this before?
But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they all get into their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, what? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Are people still hanging out, or am I gonna have to... You guys chatting? What's going on? Am I talking to myself with all these voices? No, we're here. I don't know. Just so engrossed in the voices. You promised me all you would keep me company and keep chatting and keep hanging out. You promised. And I am like frying my vocal cords right now. I am most definitely here. And EP. Well, I figured that would be the case, Iron. That's normal. That's Iron's default state, is EP. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you, baby?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. All right. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Eh?
You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Too enthralled to distract you. I was told not to talk. I guess if the voices are difficult, try harder. Don't fry your voice if you got coaching. I don't have coaching today. Blondie's giving me a gold star. I'll take it. Honestly, it's more so like It's the combination of Natsuki and the narrator right now. Honestly, takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I gravitate toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So... Geez, that's enough. Are you going to keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Natsuki was always a character I couldn't figure out. Chat, chitty chat.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse?
I wonder what Lutz's Natsuki's sparkly, excited voice would sound like, but I'm afraid he'd actually start hurting. I probably would, honestly.
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me, and that's a measurement I'm extremely familiar with. All right, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said.
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Music is so simple and cute. It really is, yeah. How dare work to get in the middle of this? How dare? Is that really all right? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what'll happen if I don't finish it? All right, then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Narrator voice is amazing. I need a BG3 mod where the narrator's replaced with this Lutz voice, but the narrator has the best voice in BG3. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems.
Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. So do you. I've had sexy, sultry narrator. I want sportscaster. That's my DBZ voice. Got so distracted, I forgot to let Cupcake out of the bathroom again. We feed her in the bathroom so Remy doesn't get her food, but I always forget to let her out. Oh, she's probably okay though, right? It wasn't too long. Who should I show my poem to first? What do you guys think? Kind of a tough dilemma here. We had some kind of one-on-one time with both Natsuki and Yuri. I'm also here just working, unable to type much, but this is the best. She doesn't whine at all. She eats and then sleeps in front of her litter box. That's very cute. I honestly am trying to remember all the words I have. I know for sure I have cheeks. What other words did I pick? I vote Yuri. She's mysterious. Also, purple hair. I like purple hair. Natsuki is pronounced Natsuki. Really? Could be wrong, though. I'm here just running a medieval shop. And how's that going, Kirk? I caught up on chat. Was Lutz wondering if we were listening? I was, but work keeps calling with scoff work. Koro, wrong? Never. Kirk is our resident expert. How do you pronounce the second name on the screen right now, Kirk? If you have a moment. If you're busy, no worries. I'm enjoying it. That's good to hear. Yeah, I should add that. I don't know if I've added that game to my wish list, but I should do that. Like, keep an eye on it. We're enjoying you. Natsuki. Okay. So there you go. Natsuki. Interesting. I never would have thought that. Should be working, honestly, but Lutz is keeping me here with his tied here with his voices. Middle U's usually very shortened. Okay. So then, but Yuri, Monica, Sayori, we think those are all correct. I kind of like the idea of Yuri as well. I'm a pronunciation snob. No, you're fine. I never would have guessed. Those are. Okay. Natsuki. Okay. I'll do my best to then say that. Natsuki. That kind of sounds like, you know, a not good word. That word is not good, you know? Thought he read it pronunciation snot. Oh no. Yeah, you heard it too, right, Blondie? Yeah. Sasuke. And I would have guessed Sasuke. Yeah, from Naruto is Sasuke. Okay. I've actually not seen Naruto either, so. Wait, is it the U in the middle of Naruto not said that way either? All right, I'm going with Yuri. I don't think that she would embarrass me if it wasn't good. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Woo-woo.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
I want to learn Japanese so bad also. No, it's the KE ending is what changes. Okay, rolling R into the T. The U is very quiet and short. Drives me insane when a buddy of mine says Asuka instead of Asuka. Lost some of my ear over the years of not watching a lot of anime. I want to learn Korean until I found out how many versions there are depending on how formal you're being. A girl I grew up with lives in South Korea. I don't think she speaks it super well, though. All right. Natsuki. I'll try to remember that too.
It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. It's hard, I bet. All the different, like, nuances.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Spanky.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
You're hard, you're right. Who should I show my poem to next? I'm trying to remember my Sayori voice. I think we got it, though. Sayori's next.
This is a good poem, Spanky. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all.
What a statement to come back to, Ursa and Iron. What? You need context. Calm with the hair flip. Do I really? Welcome back, Ams.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room, question mark? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like you said before, Spanky. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah.
Have we addressed why they're in a school classroom? Because they're students and they're doing their literature club here. They are all over 18. That was said to me before anything loaded. Everybody depicted is over 18. Yeah, there was a disclaimer for it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're all in college? I don't know. It does look like a high school classroom, admittedly. Or they're seniors, which still I don't feel great about either way, but...
And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I like that one.
Yay.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. The word yeah, like why is that so hard to just say yeah? I'm not a voice actor, you guys. Maybe outside in the quad. Just saw a post about a former coworker getting arrested for gross stuff. So it's triggering that? Oh, really? Just noticed the trash cans this game are labeled as Pit of Devastation. Got to use that at work. Wait, they are? Oh, in your game. I was going to say, I was like, wait, in this game? I haven't seen any trash cans. You could be a VA, Lutz. Do you like your VA good content? My yas are ridiculous, though. Like, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, it's a good poem. Man, time flies. It's already 10 o'clock. Real fast. I don't think I'm going to get any work messages because I am Work is boring AF. And I don't really even have very much work to do. And the work I have is boring AF. But especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. You like this so far, right? You'll play this again? So far, I'll play... yeah, I'm definitely planning on playing this tomorrow. We haven't gotten to the psychological horror part, though, yet, because I've been taking my time getting through this, but you're so slow at work, too. Yeah, I'm planning on playing this tomorrow, though, Ursa. Let's go, Monica. We spent the most amount of time with Natsuki, so we'll save her. We'll save her for last. So, Monica, insert jaw rule meme. Hi, Spanky. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. We got a little bit of Valley Girl in her too, but there is a horror. Yeah, this is a psychological horror game. There's smoke psych damage happening. Really? Smoke? I was like, wait a minute, there's a smoke screen going on? The bratty vocal fry is killing me. Yeah. It's, that's what I was saying. She's kind of like my Gretchen Wieners here. Oh, I am horrified. Every teenage kid's nightmare, who to choose when there are multiple people into you. Yeah. Smoke psych damage. I think there is. There's something going on beneath the surface, right? You're going to love it. Well, maybe not. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Spanky. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Spanky. I don't know, just watch. When we get rid of this classroom, I would. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she is a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. This is how your class goes? You missed what I said above? Oh god, that's in bad taste then. I feel ya, it's a classic trope for this style game though, yeah. Should read that excerpt from your emo song name generator to Monica. Now that's poetry. All good, Ghost. You didn't know. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get to the meaning, through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. I kind of feel like there's some Astarian in here too. Loving Monica totally loses drag persona. There's a little bit of Astarian in this. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah-ha-ha. Ah-ha-ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Astarian. Don't say Astarian, I want to quit my job and play Baldur's Gate 3. Nicole. That makes one of us. Stop. Also, November is around the corner. You got some homework to do? Wait, what's homework for November? Are you playing Peak? I'll see if it runs. I also have to see what I uninstall to install it. Oh, this is called Hole in Wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. Blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Whoa. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that it had some kind of epiphany recently, that I had some kind of epiphany recently, but it's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Really trying to glorify this whole old school quarter. Monica, you dirty girl. You know me long enough to rub off when you do it. Glory, no, I can't even do it. Hole in wall. Wait. Oh, you're scheduling your Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough? You are? Wait, who all's playing? An epiphany? Is that what you kids are calling it these days? Your hair is everywhere, screaming infidelities. Take its wear. Ghost, I have a Photoshop idea. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Dashboard. BG2, I've already photoshopped Merce's face on a nude Geralt. Okay, I have another idea. Who should I show my poem to next? It's Natsuki time. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what's the point in sharing of the first place? I'm struggling reading. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go like, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it?
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Yeah, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that.
I say that mostly to myself.
Stop making deepfakes, I can get you the real thing. My poem literally has cheeks in it. That should tell you what it's about, right?
Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem.
In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? We had this I show you mine if you show me yours arrangement, right, baby?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That actually was my favorite one.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
Okay, there we go. I like that font. That was a good font.
So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decide to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. All right, well, shoot. We got through all the poem readings. And just your reminder, this game says everybody is of age. So the fact that she is the youngest does not mean that she is not of age. Yeah, I know. It said that like before the game even opened. Everyone depicted as 18 years or older. Like, So everybody here is also, they're smart, but they've also been held back a couple of years. Yeah, Game K. You. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated, as it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that.
This is a college prep school, yeah. That's still high school. Definitely be 18 by then, though. Should be, I would think. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Theory liked it, and Spanky did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Spanky liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Spanky appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Spanky started showing up. Huh? Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Magic? Magic? Wow. Spanky, a plastic... He might be a plastic surgeon. I don't know. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Spanky... She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Ridiculous. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Spanky. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Spanky? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Why is there all this high school drama? Oh, wait. Yuri has that bra with a built-in air pump. It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... I did like Yuri's poem better, but I'm also a dummy just like Spanky. I can't understand more convoluted stuff. Natsuki's poem was more simple. I liked the more simple poem. But it's been a while for me, but I do remember high school being full of drama. Can be for sure. All right, real quick, I need to check some work messages. One sec. Tell work you're busy. The fate of the literature club rests in your hands. The music is ridiculous too. I have a pet peeve with work. I had some work messages saying that there were some tickets opened up. And I have this pet peeve where sometimes our QA team opens tickets as bugs, like bug tickets, which typically, you know, I take a bug ticket as a mistake was made in, you know, development. And that's why there's a ticket for, you know, that's labeled as a bug. But when something was purposeful and they just changed the business logic, that's not a bug. And I have tickets that are opened up as bugs. And I'm like, no, this is how it is. It's I don't know. I get annoyed. It's not that important, but like it gets annoying that they would open it as a bug ticket when it's like, no, it's not a bug. That is how it was supposed to be. And then they changed what they wanted. You know? I don't know. I probably shouldn't care that much, but it bothers me. So I'm thinking about changing those tickets away from bug tickets. Passive aggressively. I don't know. Anyway. Help me, Sayori. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah. Everyone's fighting's making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Spanky? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. I respect that. The, like, passive aggressiveness I want to do. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because. Well. Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Correct. If they're doing dumb stuff that makes your life harder and then being like, it's your fault, they get their ticket type changed to skill issue. Yeah, that's how I feel like it should be. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Meeting time? All right, Spooky. Wait, what time do you think your meeting will be over? About an hour. You big queen. 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, gotcha. I'm not off work. My work is very slow today, and I don't have any meetings. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. Oh, yeah. You can count on me, baby. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Hell yeah, 12-hour stream. If only I already had my job offer so I could put my notice in. Anyways, ta-ta, chat. All right. Good luck, Spooky. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right. Well, mostly. Banky, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Banky, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I've spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Have to work, but holy frick, this week has been zero motivation. Yeah, I'm with you on that. How'd y'all feel about sharing poems? Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Ooh. You know, Spanky, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometime. Okay. Yeah. Yeah! Let's do this. All right, we should probably save and stop there. All right, let's save this poem making for tomorrow. Save here in the empty slot. All righty. All right, friends. We got all those content warnings and nothing like, it's like, oh, this has some very triggering and mature content in it. Are you sure you're going to be okay? We never even got to any of it yet. So, what is this? What? Didn't I exit the game? What? Can't wait for tomorrow's. 4 girls, 1 hog. I don't think Sayori knows my situation. That is so borderline. Mushroom great as always. Also hope we can play Hunt sometime soon. Yeah, he said he bought it since it was on sale. Is this... What is this? I have pictures and music? Are these like they're wallpapers? Okay. Poems. Oh, that's cool. You can like go back and reference poems that people had, backgrounds, sketches. Oh, there's a sketch too. Huh. Okay. I'll take tomorrow off while I'll play. Okay. Thank you for streaming for another. This is you streaming for another hour. Dude, I'm not Nonder playing Death Stranding. Okay. These are. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Side stories? What are these? Side stories are stories of friendship that are all unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Interesting. Okay. I do work tomorrow, but I get off around 3 p.m.-ish. Settings. Okay, this is actual game. Data collected 13%. What does that mean? Files? Oh, these are the game files, huh? Game. Saves, poem, words, text. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Reset.shell. Oh, we're not going to click that one. Characters. These are all character files. Game, poem, words, text. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's kind of interesting. You can find out who likes what type of poems there. Interesting. Okay. Internal. Insecure directory. Interesting. Okay. Hang on. Right. 0. Oh, wow. You can really... Huh. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. That seems like, yeah, that is going to be me streaming for another hour, huh? That's interesting. That's on the game, like, basically being, like, closing out. All right. True horror game happens. Ooh, woo, malware. Yeah. Tomorrow's Friday. Even the evening doesn't work for me. It's our local game night. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and I don't know if I'm free tomorrow either because I have some time tonight. I might have some time tonight. Yeah, let's set something up. Let's see if we can set something up. Dream hunt all day, Coleman. Thanks, Paula. This was interesting. We're very much still just in the dating sim part of the game, so I'm curious how the game is going to take a dark turn because we have not gotten there yet. It's so you don't have to do it on your PC files. Yeah, yeah. All right, friends. Let's see here. Yeah, tomorrow into more Doki Doki. Hopefully it's all right. My voice, admittedly, my throat needs some water. Man, switching between the different characters is I've never really done that before, so I'm not very good and I'm not very practiced at it. My voice is paying a little bit of a price. So you did great. Thanks, comma. Thanks. Thirsty boy. Yeah. Someone moist this man's throat. All right, friends. I'll see you tomorrow for some more Doki Doki. Hope you have a great Thursday. And yeah, take care until then. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. All righty. Bye.